Hey everybody, Cory Moran here from Virginia, the east side of the United States, just south of Richmond. I want to tell you a little bit of why I joined Texit Coin and why and how it's changed my life. Well, back in the early week of July of 2025, I had been in a really dark place in my life. I had been struggling with pay from my existing blockchain company where I had been loyal for just over 10 years. And I was loyal to a fault of taking pay cuts with the promise of pay bumps and shares and assets in a company. And it got to the point where I wasn't going to get paid in that next week. And so I frantically searched online for retreats, midlife crisis retreats on, how to change careers in midlife and how to deal with depression and anxiety and all these things. And, I was just in a dark downward spiral with finances, barely any money to my name, um, you know, uh, falling more into debt. And, my friend Sarah said, there's this thing that she had been trying to get me involved with called TEXITcoin for a couple of months. And being so loyal to a fault, I didn't pay attention. And, I have been in crypto since 2013, and I'd purchased Bitcoin when it was $97 and sold too early because I didn't know what I didn't know. And so I joined Texit Coin and everything changed for me. My entire life. I was able to breathe again. I felt like I was above water for once in such a long time. They say money doesn't make happiness, but it certainly helps. And it certainly can change as a vehicle into which you can become mentally, spiritually, emotionally lighter and freer. And that's what it did for me. It changed everything for me. And I honestly was trying to figure out how to come up with the money in order to get into Texit Coin. It's not like it was a steep price to get in to own a miner, but, thankfully in transparency, I had to get a loan. I had to borrow that to get in. And within my first 8 days, I had won a trip to Thailand, which I didn't know there was a trip. And then I went on to win the trip for 2. And then I was bringing in weekly commissions, maxing out week after week, because I had the drive, not for the money. The money certainly helped, but I had the drive to serve others. I had the drive to help others succeed and be better versions of themselves, just like what happened to me. I've taught personal development for many years, coached classes, life coaching, all the things. And so I have the real world experience of joining Texit Coin and having a life change in all areas of my life. And to this day, fast forward 3.5 months, I'm continuing that journey. And I'm a proud individual who could call themselves a Texit Ranger, who embodies the spirit, who embodies the mantra and the fiber of being a leader, building a team, changing lives, doing presentations, getting out there in the public, going to events, and so proud to say that I'm a Texit Coin miner, and you should be too. I'm an ordinary guy trying to make it a living of comfortableness and provide for my family. My why before was to help myself and my siblings pay for my mom's memory care facility as she was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia 5 years ago. And unfortunately, she passed away a couple of weeks ago. And now I can put some money towards a charity to support dementia. And so you can do that too. So come in and join us. We would love for you to be a part of this and build this community stronger than it was today. Thank you for your time.